Hey everyone, it's Go Gib Go with a brand new video on the top 10 places you should visit and one of the most iconic places to visit in Europe, the south of France. This region of France is one of the most incredible mixtures of beautiful nature and towns and villages. There's the glitz and glamour, but also wonderful hidden gems that are much more reasonable. I'll go through the 10 places that you have to visit when you're in the region, and make sure to keep watching as I've saved the best for last. And before we jump into this video, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to be the first to find out about the best places to travel to. Also make sure you comment if you agree or disagree with any of my choices or thought I missed something. Nice is one of my favorite places on the French Riviera. It can be used as a home base given its central location, international airport, and major train station, but it's much more than that, and it's a destination in and of itself. It has a beautiful and enormous beach with a mixture of a rich royal blue and turquoise water, hugged by a long promenade perfect for a daytime stroll. It also has the Old Town, where you can lose yourself in the winding, narrow streets filled with a great local and international food and drink scene. On top of making this your home base, I'd allocate a couple of days to explore the city itself. Overall, I give Nice an 9.8 out of 10, given its sheer beauty, elegance, activities, the Old Town, and its usefulness as a home base when you're in the Riviera. The next town may take the award for my favorite on the French Riviera. It's filled with colorful houses, beautiful shops, cafes, and restaurants, and complemented by the gorgeous deep blue and turquoise Mediterranean water. It's Villefranche-sur-Mer. It's conveniently located about a 5-minute train ride from Nice, or a beautiful hour-long cliffside walk that's filled with little private coves you can have to yourself. The town is quaint yet active and lovely to spend the day in. This is definitely a nice place to make your home base, but it's also a very easy day trip from Nice or Monaco. Overall, I give Villefranche a 9.6 out of 10. It's an idyllic and perfect off the beaten path part of the French Riviera. Next up was also one of my favorite places on the French Riviera that just exudes opulence and elegance, and is the Peninsula commune, almost equidistant between Nice and Monaco. It's Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat. This less touristy hidden gem features many beautiful beaches to spend your time in, and you can hike around the entire peninsula for peace and tranquility and beautiful views. It's also a place to show off your yacht if that's what you're rocking with. There's also the Efficerie du Rothschild, which is a massive Rothschild mansion which speaks to the heyday of the French Riviera for the rich and famous to visit. Overall, I give Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat a 9.7 out of 10. It's a beautiful port town with a wide variety of things to do, from hiking, spending time at the beach, or to experience extreme wealth. You could definitely use this as your home base, although it'd be pricey, but I think it works very well as a day trip from either Nice or Monaco. On the other side of Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat Peninsula from Villefranche is one of the smallest villages in France, but also one of the most beautiful places. It's Beaulieu-sur-Mer. This hidden gem is a perfect place to spend a half day to escape the crowds. There aren't too many major attractions here, but it's a great place if you want to live like a local on the French Riviera and spend some time on the quiet Mediterranean beaches. There is also the crown jewel of the town to visit, Via Carlios, that I recommend you check out as well. Overall, I give Beaulieu a 9.25 out of 10 for the combination of beauty, tranquility, and being so off the beaten path. The next place is probably the most unique in the south of France, a hilltop medieval village looking down upon the beautiful Mediterranean, Ez. It's tiny, but picturesque streets and lovely shops will keep you busy for a few hours to an entire day. It's the perfect place to day trip from either Nice or Monaco. The train takes you to the Ez-sur-Mer, which is at the bottom of the hill, from which you can do a 1-hour one-way hike up to the town. You can also take a bus or hire a car to get you directly to the village. On top of wandering the busy streets, you also have to check out the gorgeous botanical garden that has unparalleled views of the French Riviera. Overall, I give Ez a 9.8 out of 10 for the combination of unique beauty, activities, and incredible views. It does get quite busy though. Cap d'Ail is the next town over from Ez. It's a very hidden gem and off the beaten path town that borders Monaco. Like other towns on the French Riviera, it has a beautiful coastline and beautiful beaches, but here feels a bit more secluded versus the other more famous places, so it's way more tranquil. I really enjoyed the beaches here and the nice coastline, and there's a beautiful hike that you can hike to Monaco. Overall, I give Cap d'Ail a 9 out of 10 for its beauty and tranquility. The easternmost town on the French Riviera, which borders Italy, is one of its most special, with its pastel color houses, smell of citrus from its famous lemon trees, and grand Baroque buildings. It's Menton. On top of all that, the beach is actually sand, which is a rarity on the French Riviera, because most of the other beaches are made of stone. This town has a beautiful blend of Italian culture, and I actually came across people who only spoke Italian. I really liked the beaches as well. They had beautiful turquoise water and were really enjoyable. Overall, I give Menton a 9.8 out of 10 for the beauty of the town itself and the beach and being off the beaten path. I recommend that you spend a day here. The next place is a small, beautiful medieval city absolutely packed with history on the other side of the south of France. It's Avignon. This incredibly well-preserved city is a significant one in French and European history because in the 14th century it became the center of Western Christianity because the Palace of the Pope, or Le Palais des Papes, were sited here. This is the chief attraction of Avignon, so make sure to do the full tour, which is super interesting and interactive within this impressive and massive building. The next thing you should do is tour the Pont d'Avignon Bridge, which is an iconic and historic bridge that crossed the River Rhone in its prime, but today doesn't quite make the journey in its crumbled state. The top of that, Avignon is a great city to explore and get lost in all of the gorgeous, quaint medieval streets and imagine yourself in another time. There are also many great day trips to explore as well, and I'll get into a major one next. Overall, I give Avignon a 9.7 out of 10. The Palace of the Pope is one of the most impressive structures I've ever seen, and the medieval vibes of the city are unmatched. On top of that, there's so much to see within and just outside of the city, so I'd spend at least 3 days here, with 2 exploring the city and 1 outside. Gordes is an incredible little village in Provence, just outside of Avignon. This hillside village is a special village for its well-preserved medieval structures and streets and is perfect for a stroll through the cobbled lanes. There's also a nice chateau to visit and a nice church. This is typically part of a larger day trip tour from Avignon, so it's typically a package deal with other villages and the iconic lavender fields and other hidden gems. Overall, I give Gordes a 9.25 out of 10 for being a perfect example of a rural Provence village. The last place on this list left my jaw on the floor when I first saw it. It's the perfect medieval city surpassing even Avignon. It's Carcassonne, the incomparable citadel city. When I first saw this behemoth from a distance, I thought I was in a Disney movie or Game of Thrones. The medieval city is a unique historical jewel in France. It is the best preserved medieval city in the world, which attracts millions of tourists. The city is entirely restricted to pedestrians and is still inhabited by about 50 residents. You can enjoy a walk along the ramparts with a view of the surroundings, the valley of the Aude, and the lower town. The city itself is a tourist attraction, and the best part is spending your time exploring, but also make sure to visit the proper castle, the Comtel Castle. Overall, I give Carcassonne a 9.9 out of 10. It's incomparable and one of the best structures and cities of its kind and that I've ever been to. Well, that wraps it up for this video. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and feel free to give a like and subscribe if you want more travel guides for the best regions to visit. The south of France is a massive area with so many beautiful and wonderful places to visit. So let me know what you think about my list down in the comments, and au revoir.